Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to explore some interesting idioms and expressions related to decision making.
These phrases are not only fun to learn, but also super useful in everyday conversations. Let's get started.
First up, we have take sides. This means to support one person or group in an argument or competition.
For example, during the debate, I had take sides and support my best friend's opinion.
Taking sides can be tricky because it might upset someone, but sometimes it's necessary.
Exactly. Next, we have you can't sit on the fence. This means you have to make a decision and cannot stay neutral.
Right. For instance, you've been undecided about the trip for weeks. You can't sit on the fence forever. You need to choose.
This idiom is often used to push someone to make a choice. It's a gentle nudge.
Moving on, we have make up your mind. This means to finally decide something after thinking about it for a while.
For example, I've been thinking about which university to attend, and I've finally made up my mind.
It's a common expression when someone takes too long to decide. It's like saying, just choose already.
Exactly. Now let's talk about weigh the pros and cons. This means to think about the advantages and disadvantages before making a decision.
For example, before buying a new phone, I always weigh the pros and cons to make sure it's worth it.
This is a great way to make thoughtful decisions. It helps you see the bigger picture.
Next, we have on the fence. This means being undecided or neutral about something.
For instance, I'm still on the fence about whether to go to the party or stay home.
It's the opposite of make up your mind. It's that feeling of uncertainty.
Now let's discuss go with your gut. This means to make a decision based on your feelings or instincts, not just logic.
For example, I wasn't sure which job to take, so I went with my gut and chose the one that felt right.
This expression is often used when there's no clear answer. It's about trusting yourself.
Next, we have burn your bridges. This means to do something that makes it impossible to go back to a previous situation.
For example, quitting your job without another offer might burn your bridges with your employer.
It's a warning to think carefully before making big decisions. You don't want to close doors.
Exactly. Now let's look at flip a coin. This means to let chance decide something when you can't choose.
For instance, I couldn't decide between pizza or pasta, so I flipped a coin.
It's a fun and simple way to make a quick decision. Sometimes you just need to let fate decide.
Next, we have stick to your guns. This means to stay firm in your decision even if others disagree.
For example, everyone wanted to change the plan, but I stuck to my guns because I knew it was the right choice.
This idiom shows confidence in your decision. It's about standing your ground.
Now let's talk about in two minds. This means to feel unsure or conflicted about a decision.
For example, I'm in two minds about moving to a new city. It's exciting but also scary.
It's similar to being on the fence. It's that internal struggle we all face.
So why are these idioms useful?
These idioms make your English sound more natural and expressive. They help you understand how native speakers talk about decisions.
Exactly. Whether they're easy, hard, or risky, these phrases add color to your conversations.
Let's practice. Think about a recent decision you made. Which idiom would you use to describe it?
Did you weigh the pros and cons? Were you on the fence for a while? Did you go with your gut?
Share your story with a friend or write it down. It's a great way to practice.
That's all for today. Keep using these idioms and soon you'll sound like a native speaker.
Thanks for listening to Topics with JB podcast and see you next time.